Hello everyone, it's Lauren J. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do get ready with me style videos using products that are new to me, or just need a little bit more love in my collection. Today I'm going to be using a product that is new to me. So if you're interested in seeing what I come up with, please keep watching. Happy 2026. Happy to be here for another year of YouTube. And I thought I would start out with a gift that I got for Christmas. So I've been talking about this palette for a long time, and I put it on my wish list for someone to buy me just because it would be a nice to have, and I got it. So here it is. It is the Danessa Myricks Freedom palette. This is the Pastel Dream Freedom palette. Now, like a lot of Danessa Myricks products, and I do appreciate this, although sometimes it's a little bit exhausting, it comes in a lot of packaging. I know they want things not to break and that kind of thing, but it just comes in layers and layers and layers of packaging. So this one did, and but eventually it just boils down to this little guy right here. So if you're interested, this is the Lightwork Volume 7. So this is the same little mirror that comes with the 6-pan palettes, and it is exactly the same size. So you can see here, see they just do that. The difference is this one is more of like a, not necessarily like an oil slick, but more of like a gunmetal sort of color. This one is more of a coppery gold or rose gold maybe. But anyway, very beautiful. And then you open it up and you have 6 shades in here. So you have 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. So there are at least 2 sort of duochrome or multi-chromes in here. Really, really beautiful. Thought I would just do a quick swatch for you. This, of course, is the mirror. Hello. And the names are listed on the back here. So like with all of the palettes, I'm going to go down this way with the mattes. So the first one we have here is Moon Dust, and these are so soft. This is Moon Dust, nice neutral brown color, really, really pretty. The next one is Pink Mirage, and it's actually a lot more purple. It shows up on the website as very, very pink. It is actually really quite bright purple, bright lavender. And then we have Aqua Dream. This is a really lovely shade. Again, very pigmented, very soft. You can see how bright that is. I can compare this to the one that comes in the Water Lotus palette from Viseart. I think that one is just a little bit lighter, but very vibrant, very bright. And then on the other hand, I will do the shimmers. This top one is called Gilded Dream. Very beautiful, beautiful duochrome here. You can see, very pretty. It's got a little bit of a blue or greenish flip to it. Sort of a brown blue or brown green, but very much more subtle than that. Then we have Pink Quartz in the middle here. You can see. It's sort of a golden pink with a little bit of green in it. Back to my little bit. I'll try not to say that as much. It's a phrase I fall on a lot, but you can see the duochrome slash multi-chrome effect in these two. And then we have this, which is definitely this beautiful multi-chrome. I can see it just shifting in the pan right now. This is Galaxy Crush. This is absolutely beautiful. Looks super subtle on my fingertip, but to just swatch it and build it up, it is just so beautiful. And it's just flips in all kinds of different ways. There's like a bright green and a lavender, and a little bit of like blue, purple, a little bit of pink in there. I don't know, just really, really pretty. I think the Aqua Dream, yes, Aqua Dream and Galaxy Crush are really kind of the showstopper shades here. I mean, if you love pink, there's obviously this sort of more purpley lavender and this really, really bright duochrome. And then of course, if you want to go more subtle, which I love, you can also do these colors or mix them all up, but I think these two colors are really, really the standouts. So here are all 6 shades. I hope that you can see the shift in these ones, especially this one down here. That's just gorgeous. And this one I think is really beautifully subtle too. These shimmers are just stunning. And I'm not sure, she has all different kinds of names for these different types of shades. I'm not sure what they are. I didn't look them up on the website, but if you've looked up like the shade names and the shade formulas in this, you know, she has like 5 or 6 or maybe even 10 different shade names for everything that's in here. So I wanted to do a quick look for you with this palette, and I feel like I'm going to go with the pink shades today, maybe with a little bit of Galaxy Crush added in, and maybe in the inner corner. But I really, really love this. I've had fun playing with it all week, and the formulas are really, really nice. Like I said, the mattes are just super saturated, but they also go on just really easily. They don't put on too much, so you don't have to worry about that. And then the shimmers are just sort of explain themselves. Like I said, you can see them in the pan. They look beautiful on the eyes. So I have already done my base skincare sunscreen. I've done my brows. I have done the Juvia's Place eye primer. I have the Le Correcteur de Chanel as my concealer, and I also have the Chanel Water Fresh tint in medium light on. And I wanted to just start off with a little bit of the Fluid Illuminor on my cheeks for a little bit of highlight. This is from the LeBlanc collection, the Camellia Futura collection from last year. I'm just going to pump a little bit out. This has that beautiful Chanel smell. And I'm just going to put that on the cheekbones, nose, a little bit on the high points of my brows. You can hear the heat kicking in. Just to give a little bit of that ethereal look with this eye look. Then I'm going to take this Sigma. This is the E45, one of my favorite crease brushes, and I'm going to go into this beautiful shade right here. Again, this is called Pink Mirage. I feel like it's a lot more purple, but as you'll see, it goes on pretty subtly and blends out really nicely. As you can see there, it's not like a boom purple on your lids. It's just like, no, we can slowly build this up and blend in. So swatching these are, you know, stunning, but super easy to work with, I feel like. Just kind of gives like that nice cool base and definition to the eyes. I think this is very much like a cool neutral palette. So there is the base and the crease, and then I'm going to go into Pink Quartz right on the main part of the lid. You can see, I can see how this shifts. I mean, look, I'm getting fallout. That's just part of the deal, but I grabbed a lot off there, but I can see the shift from pink to green here, and I hope that comes across a little bit. Really beautiful shade. And there again too, I can see the shift here from green to pink. These are really beautiful colors. I always said that I wasn't sure that I needed them just because I didn't pick it up in the spring and I felt like it was more spring appropriate, but I also just feel like it's just really beautiful, and if I want to wear pretty beautiful makeup anytime I want, I can just do that. And so I thought if I got it for Christmas, I wouldn't say no to it, and I did. So here I am wearing it in the middle of winter. And then I'm going to actually grab a little bit of the Gilded Dream here on my pinky finger, and I'm going to put that in the corner. And then I am going to use Galaxy Crush. So I'm going to pick up a little bit. I'm going to pick up a tiniest bit of Galaxy Crush. Let's see. On this finger here, and I'm just going to put that on the outer edge here so you can see how these three beautiful shimmers blend into each other, because this goes from pink to green, and then this one is more green lavender. A bit of gold in it. I think that looks really pretty. This is a really, really pretty palette. And this is relatively, I'd say it's relatively affordable for a Sephora palette. It is $48, a lot for 6 shades, but it comes in this pan, which is removable, interchangeable with all of the Lightwork Freedom palettes, so you can stick this one in here if you want. Also, all of the individual pans come out. So yeah, really interesting. I don't have the original palette like this, which is a little bit more primary colors, but I imagine it fits in with all of those shades too. So I'm really happy to add this to my Danessa Myricks collection. Continue to be stunned by her choice of colors in the powder formula. Really, really beautiful. I'm gonna go in with some Noir Intense from the Chanel Stylo Yeux line for liner. And then some Noir Allure mascara. To finish off the look, I'm going to add one of my favorites from the Chanel line. This is the Fantasy de Chanel Pastel de Chanel. And you can see in there, and I thought this would be just really lovely on the cheeks with this color story. You can see how that just adds the beautiful blush lighter effect on top of the Fluid and Luminor, and these beautiful shimmers and multi-chromes. Went a little hard on the blush on this side, that's okay. To finish up the look, I'm going to add the About Face Matte Fix Lip Liner in Cradled. And then the Gisou Honey Infused Lip Oil in Sticky Toffee. Smells so good. And that is the finished look for today. So we've got multi-chrome pink and green eyes and a nice beautiful brown lip and some really bright highlighty cheeks. I think it looks really pretty and I like it for the new year. I think it's very positive. We could use a little positivity for the new year. Whew, yeah, wow. Whew. Yeah, so starting off 2026 with a beautiful bright look. I wish I could say that for the rest of the world. Yeah. I hope that you liked this finished look. I did get a new piece of costume jewelry. I got this beautiful bangle for Christmas, this beautiful Chanel costume jewelry. Really pretty. It's got the sort of sparkles on the outside and then it's got the chain and leather motif with the CC in the middle. I think it's super beautiful. Very, very, very elegant and just sort of dainty, and wearing it with my new cardigan. So here I am to start off 2026. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are keeping safe. I hope you are doing what you need to do to keep yourself. I hope you are doing what you need to do for your own well-being. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot this year. Hang tight, and thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any of those would be welcome. All of them would be deeply, deeply appreciated, and I will see you